Hey everyone, Tim Schofield here. We are going to do a hands-on with the Asus ZenFone 2. Very exciting device, first 4GB device. Also a very low price point, starting at $199 off contract, so that's pretty crazy. Let's go ahead and check it out. Alright, so here's a close look at the Asus ZenFone 2. As you can see, very nice screen, a 1080p display, full HD, 5.5 inches. It's an IPS display with 503 pixels per inch, so very beautiful display. It looks great. It does have a 64-bit Intel Atom processor. That might change if it does come to the US. It's actually going to start in Asia, move to Europe, and then go to the United States. Alright, so let's talk about the design actually. So, some interesting features. They did include capacitive buttons, so you do have a back home button and a recent apps button as well. You will notice there are no buttons on the side of the device at all because they moved the volume buttons to the back, which allows for more sleek display. It looks really great actually. And you have the power button on the top along with a 3.5mm headphone jack. So power button up on top. The volume buttons feel really good. They're really easy to reach. They're indented just a little bit, which allows you to find them easily as you're moving your pointer finger, whatever finger, over the back of the device. Of course, you have a 13-megapixel rear camera in the back. I'll get to that in just a second. And an LED flash. You have a 5-megapixel front-facing camera as well. So let's go ahead and talk about the lock screen real quick. You can actually double tap to wake the device and double tap anywhere on the home screen or the lock screen to shut the screen off as well. It does run Android 5.0 Lollipop. They do have a ZenUI overlay that they've put on it, which added some tweaks and added some features to Lollipop. So you'll see you do have some app shortcuts right up at the top of the lock screen here, which are not on vanilla Lollipop. You know, of course, swipe away notifications on your lock screen as well. One feature I like that they added is a messaging quick shortcut from the lock screen as well. You can just swipe out of there and it goes directly into that app. Another great feature is actually some gestures that you can use. I'll show you that right now. Actually, it's called Zen Motion. And you'll see you can screen touch on and off. If you don't like the double tap to wake, you can turn it off if you like. But now there's some awesome gestures such as app launching from your lock screen. So you'll see W launches browser, S launches calendar. It might take a little bit to learn these gestures, but once you get used to it, you're going to know exactly what to type and how to get to those apps. So let's go to the browser. So for example, I'm going to, you'll see I don't even need to go to the power button to do this. I can just go home and double tap and the screen's going to turn off. So the browser was W, so from the lock screen I'm just going to type a W and it unlocks and goes directly into that app. So when you're pulling it out of your pocket, I can just pick up the device, type W. If I know I want to go to the browser, unlocks, goes directly to the browser. That's honestly really amazing. So if I want to go back to these settings, you'll see S launches calendar. I mean, you would have to learn them. You would have to know what specific letter goes to what app. You can customize them to have specific applications. So I mean, you have all of these applications to choose from. I mean, your entire app list. So you can use your most used apps in these shortcuts. So amazing feature. We're using Zen Motion. Now the device does come with a 3,000 milliamp hour battery, which is pretty large. So hopefully battery life is going to be great. Obviously, I don't have a chance to test real-world performance. And it also has 4 gigabytes of RAM, the first smartphone with 4 gigs of RAM, which, I mean, allows for great performance and also future-proofs the device as well. So, I mean, you have, it's been very fluid, very smooth for me. Let's go to the storage real quick and check that out. So you'll see this is a 16 gigabyte model with internal storage, system reserve 5.66 gigs. And I mean, like I said, very fluid, multitasking. Even when I'm on the lock screen, quickly opening those apps, it goes to them quickly. It does not take long to go open these apps, or web pages look great. I mean, on this 1080p display running with a 64-bit processor, so you should essentially run into no lag with this device. Okay, let's take a look at the Pixelmaster Camera on the Asus ZenFone 2. I did mention on the back 13-megapixel camera. It does have a dual LED flash, so I will talk about the great low light performance, whether you're using the flash or not. So let's go into the camera application. There's a lot of different features that are really cool. So take a quick picture here. You see very little shutter lag, anything like that. It focuses very quickly. I've had a lot of taken a lot of great pictures with this. I mean, if I try and focus on something, it focuses right away. It takes a very quick picture. There's a lot of features as well. So you tap this icon right here, and you have a bunch of different modes. HDR mode, of course. You can take a selfie. One of the ones I want to show off is the manual mode. So if you're someone that's familiar with a DSLR and likes to take, I guess, higher quality pictures on your own manually, so you can change the ISO, you can change so many different things, and it gives you total control over the camera. So it's a really great feature they added within the stock camera application. But anyways, that's the ZenFone 2 made by Asus. Very exciting. I cannot wait for it to come to the United States. Like I said, 4 gigs of RAM, very, very future-proof. Opening up applications, everything has been very fluid, very smooth. They do have their overlay, but I kind of like their overlay, especially these awesome features that allows you to easily access the screen, easily access applications, opens it up, you're right there. Don't even have to unlock the device before you tap on an application. You can just quickly do a gesture and it opens that application. So let me know what you think. Leave a comment. A lot more CES coverage to come, so be sure to subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Google+. All links in the description of the video below. And as always, guys, thanks for watching.